If you use adversity right, it'll buy you a ticket to a place you could never get to otherwise. This was a quote I read while I was off from Tony Bennett. He's the University of Virginia men's head basketball coach. For those who remember, or maybe you don't remember, a few years ago, Tony Bennett coached the number one ranked in the country Virginia basketball team, seeded number one overall in the NCAA tournament, March Madness. No number one seed had ever lost their opening round game to a 16 seed before, and Virginia did it. They lost. Number one ranked, number one seed, lost to a 16 seeded team. Never been done. Huge upset, huge disappointment for the team. I'm sure the coach, the fans, everybody. The following year, they came back. I don't recall if they were seeded number one again or not. I know they had a good team because they went on to win the national championship. They took the adversity that they had the year before. They leaned into it, used it to motivate, to change, to recalibrate, as I've been talking about, and get them ready for the next season. And they won the national title. How many teams could you think about or people that would just fold under that? That would just give up, that would be devastated by the loss? How long would it take to get over that? How long would you feel sorry for yourself or be down in the dumps? Like, justifiably, big loss. But for them to use that to turn around and then win the national championship, he uses that, and he talks about that a lot, using that adversity to propel them for the national championship. Look, this is kind of been in a line of talks I've talked about: recalibrating, embracing good, bad, in between days, right? Falling in love with the problems, and then the solutions, and now handling adversity. This is all part of the journey. That's part of what I've been reflecting on this summer. I've been reflecting on in my life. I'm kind of at this point. My kids are all going to be away at school in the fall, and I've been at Service Express over 25 years. I've just been doing a lot of reflecting. You're kind of at this point in my life, I guess, a little bit on that. And when I look back, it's when I handle all these things really well, that's where the success comes. That's part of the process of getting there. And when you don't handle it well, then it delays that success. But I've never had any success in my life. And again, I defy you to find anybody who has, or any organization that's had success in whatever shape or form it is, without adversity, without problems, without bad days, without having to recalibrate, all those things. It is not a straight line. We've all seen that illustration. I use it all the time of what people think success looks like, this straight line up and to the right. And what it actually looks like is a number of setbacks, pitfalls, valleys, and successes. In fact, when I look back on my life, my biggest successes has usually come after some of my lowest points, some of my lowest failures or challenges that I've had. And so when you lean into that adversity and you can handle it and you embrace it and you use it to fail forward, to learn and to grow, to challenge you, right, to do that, that's how I think winning is done, as Rocky would say in Rocky Balboa. That's how winning is done. And so those part of my reflection. I hope you all had a great summer. Looking forward to an amazing fall, finishing the year strong, and launching in 2024. Let's go get it together.